Hello, welcome to Drakenmemoria. Alright, can one of you go check on Twitch if everything works? Because I checked if the recording works, but I don't know if it's transmitting to Twitch. Okay.
It looks good.
Okay, you
It
can
looks
hear?
standard.
It sounds good.
Okay. Can you hear the thunderstorm in the background?
Oh,
Yes. Yes, I can.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so
Yes, you can.
this really is because there's one layer of sound that's missing because it's no longer Skype. Alright. Alright, so, welcome to Drakenmemoria. So, as you might have deduced, because Skype is closing tomorrow, tonight we are on Discord. Which is why...
You're selling it.
Which is why Remy looks like he's somewhere in the back room. So
I'm in the back rooms.
of everyone. And why sound, especially music, may be weird because I'm not hearing it at the same volume as you are. So, yeah. That might be slightly weird, and forgive me if I don't put the music strong enough or too strong. Hopefully I'll just put it at the level it usually is, and it's going to work fine. So...
However, Jorg has in fact left the Minecraft world and became a real
What
boy
happened?
now. So you can actually see him.
No, that's that's actually not far from the truth. Well, I don't know which world you're on right now. Anyway. Okay, it's a Discord
never
world.
an internet problem.
No, it's a Discord world. We can see it in the background.
Oh,
All right, so at least I have my books open now.
my background is Fisher's unconscious, dreaming about a nice vacation on the lake.
Fisher's happy place is he's lying bleeding out, being like struck for like. This is Fisher's seeing the light of what happens if we don't heal him. Since he's actively dying right now. The light's calling him.
Alright, so... well, we're in a better start than usual. You know, we're all closer to D&D, than the usual introduction. So, if you're wondering what Drakenmemoria is, I hope you figured it out by then. Dungeons and Dragons. If you want to see this become Dungeons and Dragons, well, you've already started, so great place. Good start. But if you don't want to watch this, well, you weren't paying attention to the signs everywhere. I think you're muted.
Sorry, I can't, people were moving around. It's,
Okay.
Unless, of course, like you were looking for dragons and dungeons, in which case I can understand the confusion.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's actually down the hall on your left.
From where Remy is.
Yeah.
Like, incidentally, the payphones suck there too.
Well, for some people, that's exactly what they want. So... Alright, so... what was I saying? Yeah, it's going to be Dungeons and Dragons. So... If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. For... Oh, jeez. I just realized that I didn't make the cameras for the battleground.
Whoops.
Whoopsie doodle.
Well, at least at least using OBS, I don't have to rebuild them completely. No, that's sorry. That's No. What is it? Usually it's also there. Oh, that might be because I created some of them after the stream started. Oh, so it hasn't updated them. Oh, that's slightly annoying. That would mean I would have to restart completely. Oh, that's...
Dang.
Oh no, okay. It just needed a moment.
Just be patient as we're working through all the things that we haven't had to,
That
or
I
really the
didn't
chance to
anticipate.
experiment with.
I hadn't anticipated that they need to solve. So yeah, it's gonna be Dungeons and Dragon at one point. Until then, I hope you can be patient. Alright, so we got Fisher here. Just a little bit like this. So we got Fisher. Because of course it doesn't keep the, it just keeps the larger one. We got, it just keeps the fact that I'm using a window, so I have to resize the window everywhere. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. So try and not get disconnected. Because that means I have to redo the windows for both combat and out of combat.
Good. I'll do my best.
Okay, we'll...
Does that go well? It's like hopefully this jerry-rigged Wi-Fi network that I put together with an old soup can, a hanger, and a piece of gum.
Well, it depends on which gum.
True.
Double mint.
Yeah. Too much.
What
It's like that's what the arresting officer said after I tried to reenact the old ads for double mint gum. Double your pleasure, double your fun.
I think the commercials that I like the best.
The jingle is the same. They just
was
changed the visuals for condom commercials.
Yes, of course. So yeah, I think the one that I enjoyed the most, the commercials, were the Stride one. I think we have the glass camera here. There we go. Side. Give them a more decent size, which goes against what he was teasing us a little earlier. And of course, we can't forget the sound. Because if there's no sound, it's only going to be me you're going to be hearing all the time. And we're going to be repeating... Okay, so...
Man, wouldn't that be annoying? It's like I say something, and then Draken has to say, okay, so Remy said...
No, because on episode 7, I still hadn't figured out everything, and I made the mistake of taking the sound from a specific camera. But because it was Skype, you could have the entire sound. Unfortunately, that episode, that player couldn't be there. So the camera was not activated, and so we didn't have sound. So that was fun. Alright. Apparently we have everything. We're good. Discord sound doesn't seem to like me right now. Hello. Is there a problem?
What?
I don't know. Discord sound seems to be weird right now. Oh no, that's right. Discord sound doesn't include me. One of you say something.
Sing?
What?
Sing?
Good. All right.
I'm muted.
What do
I
you
was trying to help.
say in a moment like this
All right.
when you can't find the words?
I thought we were gonna have to resolve another problem at last minute. Whew. That would have been annoying. All right. That's right. It doesn't include me, but that's okay because I'm taking the sound directly from my camera. Whew. Damn! Don't scare me like this. All right, and I have to keep this window open at all time. Now I think we got everything. Yes, and of course we got someone saying, "Hey, no, actually, it's well, is it? Good, I'd like to tune in with friend next time. Add me on Discord." Okay. Well, I'm not gonna officially ban him because he's not trying to sell anything, but it does come with a sticker saying this person is circumventing a banishment. So yeah, he's probably trying to sell something. But once you're on Discord with him, or her, or it, could be a machine.
Mm-hmm.
So what was I saying? Oh yeah, we have a D&D game.
We do? Oh, shit.
Oh wow. Oh, that's so weird. If
I thought we were playing technical difficulties, the simulator.
Turns out.
All right, I always know the first step is always try turning it off and on again.
no, I just discovered the bug. If for some reason my OBS window completely covers the Skype, not the Skype, the Discord window, we lose camera feed for everyone. Everyone goes black. So there's at all time there needs to be at least portion of the window that's visible for me. That's weird, but I just tested it 5 times in a row.
Maybe it's because it's trying to record the Discord window, but once it's fully
covered, it's having difficulty figuring
goes
out.
Into the background in a certain way
that makes
turns
sense.
it off.
All right. Well, I discovered a bug. Where do I submit it? And to whom do I submit it? Do I submit it to OBS or do I submit it to Discord?
I don't know.
Well, I would first try submitting it to Eris. She's usually pretty up on top of everything related to Discord. After her, though.
Yes, of course. All right, so what happened last episode?
I've got a million Discord jokes that I now get to use.
Looking forward to this. And I'm a little scared. So, last episode. Our heroes kept on facing the challenges of the dragon's domain, and I just wondered what happens if I take... Okay, my books don't cover the entirety of the window. Phew, alright. Keep scaring myself with this. Okay, so...
Oh, you know what they say, once you go black, you never go back.
I don't have a problem with having a black girlfriend if one of them actually wants to be near me, but... What was I saying? Oh yeah, the labyrinth of the forest kept on twisting and turning, forcing them to keep making decisions which helped their observer to learn more about their capabilities and resolve. As the day was coming to an end, and the dreadful idea of having to spend a night in this forest loomed over their mind. Already struggling to push the onset of fatigue, a champion of the dragon stepped forward. Now, to give just a little bit more precision, our adventurers figured out that this champion was dangerous. They figured he was well equipped, and then he murdered Fisher in a single attack.
2? It was 2.
Uh,
It was a single round, but it took 2 attacks.
needless to say, we were very impressed by his equipment.
He's got some wrath.
He
That's
just
not something I
unloaded
should have said.
super fast on me.
But luckily, he has a very short recovery time.
All right.
6 seconds.
To be exact.
Pretty good.
He can unload on someone, then in 6 seconds later, he's ready to unload again. Take that whichever way you want. It's both good and bad.
Compensating for the fact that it only takes him 6 seconds to unload the first time.
That's what I meant. Alright. So I needed to have a whole bunch of D10s. I don't... Because I can't hear the music, I completely forgot that the thunderstorm in the background kept on going. So... Alright. Let's go back to the fight. Alright. So this is the fight. Now. The normal one is... No, that's the Discord one. Alright. Okay. Someone say something so I can see if the...
That's me.
Okay, that's good, that's good.
Baby, 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 oh.
Okay, okay. So maybe I shouldn't put this here. I should put this here. Oh yeah, I made a modification, so it needs to be re-updated. Okay. And I'm not gonna touch that, just in case it breaks something. Okay. So we get everyone. We're ready to go. We're ready to go. Yes, I am from those years.
Ready to rumble.
Okay, okay. Sheet on which the Nature Death Knight is. So we got 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. We need a few more. Oh wow. Oh, I think it's D8s that we need a lot, not D10s. Yeah, because everything is nearly almost everything is a D8. Divine Smites. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pretty sure I had to almost get every single D8 I have. And a D4. Well, that's because it's what the butt of the weapon does, as well as Annie's weapon. Ah, we actually have someone trying to sell viewers. Alright.
Whoa.
Yeah. Alright, so let's get this.
We're only interested in Girl Scout cookies.
So give us your account number and where you live. Don't forget your bank account, because it's the only way we can pay you.
Hmm?
I'm reversing.
These all
the scam.
sound like things that are completely capable of being done in the world of the internet.
The person trying to scam you being scammed by the one he's trying to scam. I want to sell you cookies from the internet. All right, good. Give me your account number. Oh, okay, sure.
That way I can send it directly into your bank account.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy so much cookies.
Yeah, makes sense. We trust you, so you should trust us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's the circle of trust.
It goes both ways. All right, so
And it goes both ways.
okay, so top of the initiative, we're at round 4. We keep the same initiative, which means the first one is audience, and yeah, I can see you're muted. So. With a reminder of everything that happened last episode, a whole bunch of power was poured into poor Fisher, who fell to the ground after this. Audience, as your eyes go from your fallen friend right next to you and level themselves in front to your opponent, you can hear him say to you personally, "Now show me, son of dragon, that you are no mere tool, no mere blunt tool for another impotent god. Show me your wrath, or
Alright,
die
we're
by
gonna-
mine."
We're gonna try. We're certainly
I think
gonna
you had
try.
I don't think you had to have to call out his god's performance issues. Like, that's kind of a low blow.
Do we have advantage still or no?
Well-
Because Fisher is down? No,
I
he's
used to be.
he's unconscious.
I'm a
Well, you-
very blunt. I'm a very blunt tool. I rolled a 2 and a 1 on my 2 attacks.
You weren't gonna get me up first.
I thought
With the
Ornak was
one
gonna do that.
Argonau's gonna do that
I'm gonna
on
do
his
that.
turn.
Someone's gonna do that.
Yeah, but it's my turn right now. So if you get me up, I can still go, right?
Can I bonus action have him drink a potion from my satchel instead
You
of
can-
me drink a potion?
I know you've never used it before, so you're not.
Oh,
use
yeah,
it.
nope, I know what you're gonna say. Yes, okay. I am gonna use my channel divinity.
Hey, we got there.
I know what you're talking
He's like, I know
about.
you never use this thing, but
Well,
Yeah,
he's
it's
used it
not
once
very
before.
good. Alright, as a bonus action, each creature of choice at 30 feet regains 1d6 plus 3 HP if they're no more than half max HP. So that would be, I think,
Everyone except
just
Remy.
Fisher.
You said 30 feet? Oh, yeah, that's right. Jorg is
No,
not
no.
injured.
I don't think anyone's injured. But yeah, Fisher, you get 1d6 plus 3.
No, I'm hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but you have to
and
be
Jorg,
below
you also
50%. Is that it?
Yeah, you gotta
Oh, I'm not injured yet.
be low. Mhm.
Okay.
you have a boo boo.
Mhm.
All right. How much is?
Well, then my first attack would miss if I'd done that first.
Or
And
am
then-
I rolling?
It's a
Well,
bonus
if I
action.
got you up first, it would be a
It's a bonus action. Can have happened at the
Yeah.
end.
So
I'm
I
at
got him up-
5 hit points.
you had 5 hit points, which would give advantage again if I got you up. Which means
I stagger to my feet. and
does a
go,
20?
I'm not. I didn't hear no bell.
I didn't hear no bell.
And then he turns
Does
to
it,
hit me. I have to hit him now.
Hell
Does it
yeah.
does a 23 hit? By the way, I don't think we've checked that number.
Yes.
Okay,
Yay!
Sweet.
cool. I get 1 attack that hits. That's exciting.
Now that I'm
Alright.
up, I will
Noise.
satchel of the healer. Bonus action.
Hold on,
Nice.
hold on. Audience isn't finished. Because now that
Okay.
you're up, he's got advantage, so he gets to reroll
Hey.
once.
Yeah. There was some misordering, but it's okay. All right. You know what? We're just using a level 3 because I'm doing what I can on the 1 attack.
Okay.
So let's go.
You're trying to show him your wrath. Come on.
Yeah. So that's
What? When did audience take levels in Barbarian?
1d6 plus 5.
Didn't say
plus...
rage. Said wrath.
Oh no, it's 3d6, right? Yeah, 3d6 plus a d8 of unmitigated damage. Not bad. 19 plus 6d8. No, 5d8. 4 plus 5d8. I remember. 5d8. Okay. 19 plus 5d8 halved. 30 halved, so or 29 halves, but still 15. So 15 plus 19 is 25.
That's what
25, 30, 34. So 34 damage.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
34 damage on one of my attacks.
All right. And the second one missed because of all the rolls. All right. Anything else you want to do?
Nope. I did, well, I'll look at my, I'll say, not only will I hurt you, but I will undo the darkness you have done, and point to Fisher now rising behind him.
I can only do one band trade, so it can't be an entire session.
he already used his banner.
Yeah.
He already used his banner. He can't even respond. He's shocked.
So, from the Sash of the Healer, I'm a bonus action, a superior healing potion. So that's 8d4 plus 8, so that's 29.
Okay.
And then I am going to hit him in the back.
You would just mean you hit him back, because you'd have to move if you want to hit him back. In the back.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hit him back. That is... advantage. Fuck it, I'm feeling risky. I'm gonna use Great Webmaster.
Okay.
Alright.
Wouldn't have mattered. 5 out of 4.
Well,
Is an 11 hit?
no. Almost, but no. It's one of those things that you
Hey,
tried
there
to
we
hit
go.
him and he just moved out of the way.
24.
24 is enough.
Five plus 17 is 22 slashing damage.
Okay. So, we get another. That's convenient. The initiative order is in order.
I didn't hear no bell.
Raimi opens his beak.
Just ringing.
This guy's like, what is he talking about? He's never heard of boxing.
He's like, this man definitely has a concussion.
Yeah. Fair.
Well, actually, I guess it'll be less of a concussion.
What is
for
my
sure.
brain made of? Can I get a concussion?
I think it just like means Terranad gets jumbled around a lot, and
You've just become a pinball machine.
I'm actually hollow inside.
Like-
When I get hit hard enough, Tyrannid dislodges and bounces around inside of us.
It's like, because the real question is, does Tyrannid vomit? Like, if he experiences enough G-force, in which case, if he does, what does the vomit look like?
Well, because he's taking the body of Fisher when he does that, Tyrannid is gonna vomit, but Fisher is gonna feel it coming out. So,
So what does Fisher's vomit look like?
right now, a lot
Whatever
of
went
blood.
down. Because there's nothing for it to mix with, really.
It's just sap. Okay. Yeah, next one in the initiative, Remy.
Okie doke. So Raimi is going to peek from behind the tree and well, actually, I guess he doesn't have to. It's like he'll
Well,
just
you
continue.
saw the flash of light, and you felt the moment of silence. So there was probably a moment there where you went, "Oh no, someone's down." Fortunately, you heard audience, so you okay. It's not audience; it's probably just Fisher.
It's like, or he's hoping.
He's helping. One can hope. One can hope.
But in any case, Raimi's like, well,
At first, you don't see Jorg.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. From your
Could
point of
be.
view,
Could
he's
be
going to be hidden by the huge bear and audience. Oh, yeah, George's got. Oh, no, he's there. I can see him.
Remy
Yeah,
wishes
he's
that
poking
Jorg
out from
had
behind a
divine
tree.
allegiance, not audience.
Yep.
I always forget about divine.
it would be a lot easier to go up against Darth Vader if Jorg were Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
You
I don't
want
think he
him to
could. I'm not sure how he would actually process audience being Darth Vader in this context.
be- Yeah, but that's even worse with George. You want him to be your father?
Anakin's
Well, I don't know.
still in there. Bring him back.
Well, anyway,
What younger?
Remy is going to not duck out from behind the tree because he doesn't have to. He's just going to throw the dagger to the side, and then the dagger is just going to angle itself back at his target.
Okay.
Trick shot.
Oh, a real trick shot. I got a 20 on that.
Hell yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, shit. That does mean I have to get the dice out. Grumble.
Oh no.
What
I mean,
do
it's
you-
like, it's out, but like, I have to roll them again because I don't have just casually 12d6s rolling around.
Damn. You know.
What? Why not?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, we all know it. True Dungeons and Dragon players always have every single dice they need. So you just outed yourself. You're not a real D&D player. Okay.
It's 59 piercing.
59 piercing. Okay.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah. The dagger embeds deep inside of him and comes out automatically as you call it back. This trail of ichor just following you back, and you know it's sort of a oh yeah, I know I hit something hard. And you place your hand to receive the dagger, and then you see the ichor just going. Ah!
Yeah.
Why does it always have to be one good thing and one bad thing? Come on! Okay. Anything else?
I guess Raimi. He'll move to. That's. Yeah, G. Yeah, G18. And just kind of like crouch himself between that trunk and the large part of its root there.
Right.
So, damn. It's only. Forgot my own bonus. Only a 23 on the stealth.
Okay. George.
They can't all be winners.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Sometimes you're just exceptional instead of unique. You know, that's okay.
Well, I rolled a 2 on the D20, so I had to accept mediocre.
Yeah. So, Jorg.
Is there any like pebbles or rocks on the ground around me?
There are. It's a bit hard to see for pebbles or rock, but there are broken trunks of trees. There are.
I just need something like small enough to throw and hard.
Broken piece of trunk. There's actually a dead tree 10 feet away from you, judging using the battleground that we have. So you can easily just break off a piece of bark and just let it fly. I'll let you use a reaction to break off a piece of bark from a dead tree.
Okay, I'll do that, and then I'm going to use my Stafford projectile. I'm going to use I'm going to upcast catapult at level so it's one. I'll do it at level 4.
Okay.
I don't know how it's not letting me control the charges on here. Whatever. And then while I do that, I'm going to use my bonus action. Well, I'm like, me?
Remy, because I think he tried to talk and nothing was heard, so I think he's muted.
It's like I had to mute because there was a bunch of girls giggling like hyenas. I'm not sure if you guys can ever like hear that stuff, but I try to mute just in case.
No, that's okay.
I was just commenting that your positioning is good enough for that, since even if he dodges it, you're not going to hit an ally with it.
That's entirely up to you. That's true.
Well, no, he's perfectly fine as far as I can tell where he's at. Oh, wait, no. Oh, no, Jorg is right there.
Well, you're in line, but there's a tree between you and him. I'd have to... Maybe I should... I'll move over to... 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I could get over to 12, so there's no one between me and him. I'm more dangerously positioned, but...
It's okay. You like danger. So...
I know, it's just like, if you manage to catapult, like, for example, according to the trajectory I was able to see there, it's like if you catapulted and it hit audience instead, sleep with a dagger under your pillow.
That's what I'm worried about. So I will move. I will move to like 12 to cast catapult. Wait, but then it is level 4, and it's on an item, so I don't know if you can dispel that.
It depends on the object itself. If there is a way to upcast it in the way that it was described, then you can upcast it. If not, it has to be at base level.
I can upcast it by up to level 5
By using more
by
charge,
adding more or by spending more charges. Yeah.
then you can absolutely upcast it.
Yeah, I'll just go up to level 5. Why not? He's a big, scary guy. So that would be a total of stopping if it impacts. It would deal
So it's
an additional
3d8
1d8.
dexterity save, 3d8 at level 1. If you upcast
Plus
it at level 5, it's going to add 4d8. So 7d8, and it's a dexterity saving throw.
78 damage, nice.
7d8.
Now I just have to hit him.
Or you need him to fail. His
Yeah.
save.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
So what's
if
your
he
DC?
Fails, he takes. Huh? Oh,
Catapult.
is it my
It's a save
spellcasting
DC.
modifier or? Oh, is that my normal save DC 16?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's 16.
Then he saves with an 18. So it's half damage.
Fuck. Oh, it's half damage.
Yeah.
It doesn't just miss. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't
Or
think so.
wait.
Takes-
No, catapult.
a
It's
strike
moving
target
object.
and
It seems
stop
like it would just
moving.
miss.
keeps going.
Both
Yeah.
the object and the creature or solid surface takes. Hold on. Well, where is it? If the impact against if the object would strike a creature, that creature must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the object strike the target and stop moving. And in
Yeah,
either
I think I
case,
just
both
missed.
the object and the creature or solid surface take 3d8 bludgeoning damage. So it's just a question that does it keep going or not? If
I believe it keeps
Yeah, it
going.
just goes 20
if he
feet.
saves,
Yeah.
then the object keeps going, and it would have hit someone else after.
If
or-
there's
Well,
anybody
I
else
moved.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it goes 90 feet just off into the woods. I
in
guess.
either case, whether he succeeds or not the saving throw, both object and the creature or solid surface take 3d8 bludgeoning damage. Maximum weight of the object increase by increasing the spell slot, and the damage is increased by 1d8. So the damage not even halved. He takes the hit.
Yeah,
Period.
I just missed. Mm-hmm.
No, he takes the hit.
But he missed.
No,
I
if-
thought he rolled an 18.
If he succeeds the saving throw, he dodges it and it keeps going. But since there's nobody,
No,
So it
if
just goes-
the object would strike a creature, that creature must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the
Yeah.
object strikes the target and stops moving. In either
Wait,
case, both the object and the creature or solid surface takes 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
So that particular line there is for the situation where the object does collide with something at the end of its trajectory. How
Okay.
catapult basically works is that it zooms by every target that's in its line of fire, and
Okay.
and then like one at a time, each one makes the save, and if everybody makes their save, it keeps going until either the 90 feet it gets there, or it hits a wall, in which case that wall and the object, because the object can take damage. It's like
Okay.
so like the things that take damage
Okay,
are
okay,
the
okay,
things that
that makes
actually
sense.
are impacted. That's what that sentence is trying to say.
Okay. Written in a
Sorry,
weird
George.
way.
again, we're rules lowering.
That's okay. I'm going to healing word on Fisher also as a bonus action since I didn't use a spell.
You
or-
just used the spell slot on your action.
No, we didn't.
So you can't.
No, it's an object.
No, it's a staff. Yeah, my object did it.
Oh,
So here's 22 health, bro.
damn!
But yeah, but it sounds more like I'm cursing than actually casting a spell when I see it misses. Like
Fuck.
Healing
bitch,
word.
Son of a whore.
You know, it's the way that he
Thanks,
said
dude.
Christ.
I am just barely back above half again.
So you stopped bleeding. That's good.
You can't tell because I'm already covered. But
And that was
I guess not
probably a
blood,
really
but-
weird feeling because you felt the blade enter your armor from the neck and going and sliding inside of you. You just didn't feel it come out because you lost consciousness. That is such a weird feeling. And then you have Jorg flinging objects at blinding speed. And the Nature Death Knight simply just as the object zipped by him and completely obliterated a small tree in the background.
The dragon will remember this.
that was my favorite tree.
It was my favorite sapling. I planted it myself.
I named it George.
No.
Alright, so anything else? Do you have movement left? Do you want to stay there in the middle of the really dangerous place?
I'm gonna get behind my bear. I moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I'll go 30, 45 to get behind the bear.
And
then it's the bear's turn.
Because you had to go get the piece of bark, you moved 5, and then 10, 15, 20, 25. You have 5 feet of movement left.
Okay, then I'll just move one away to P13.
Between the bear and the girl. Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh. My two favorite things. And then not really, I don't know why I said that. And then and then it's the bear's turn, I think.
Yes, it is.
All
So
right,
we
the
learn
bear's
more
going-
about Jorg every single time.
Some maybe a little uncomfortable.
The bear swipes and bites at the thing, but rolls at 20 on. I forgot. I rolled them both at the same time, which I wasn't thinking about, but neither were above a 20, so
Okay.
yeah. And the bear will move up a little bit to M, and he'll just move 5 feet upwards to be a little more triangular on the guy.
Okay.
The bear turns to a triangle.
Well, if you really want to make sure that he doesn't escape that triangle, I would suggest another 5 feet. L and M.
Okay, he'll move. Yeah, that's a good point. He'll move one more up. Yeah.
So now you're hiding behind the little girl. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm hiding with a little girl.
Yeah.
It's like, excuse
Watching
you.
over her.
Yeah. Because she can absolutely not take care of herself.
Mm-hmm.
She's a poor,
Yeah, I think she's
defenseless little
safer here than
girl.
I am. Yeah.
Okay.
Just your
Like,
run-of-the-mill
that yo-yo can hurt.
defenseless little girl.
Yeah, the only problem is that in this fight, the yo-yo itself does a d4. The rest of the damage is magical. That's why she's not doing so well in damage. Alright. With this, we go down to Ognak. Wow. Now, Ognak is a bit distressed by what he just saw. But it's only Fisher and audience that are injured, so...
There's also the question of how low is the enemy at this point. Because if you could do enough to get it to kill range before it goes.
I will allow you to shout using your reaction. Kill it if you want him to focus on damage.
What does it look like it could die?
It is injured. It would be grievously injured, meaning below 25%. But that's as far as I can go on your estimate.
Okay, below 25%. Sorry. What's the turn order? Is it Ornak and then the guy again?
Yes. So right after Runak, he goes.
Okay.
If it's not enough damage, then he gets to go and...
Yeah, screw it. Ornak, go for the kill. I don't want him to go again.
Alright. Well, since you say this...
Finish him, Ornak, since you're our greatest damage dealer of this party. Wink. Not a healer.
Okay. In that case, you will reach out to apparently his own foliage. Take out a bunch of leaves. Upcast this as far as is reasonable to go. He's not going to use a level 6 spell for that, but he does have more than one level 5 spell. Because he wants to keep at least one mass cure in case the entire group gets pulverized for some reason.
Mark?
Alright. Alright. And here's the kicker in this. It is razor leaves, not scorching ray, meaning it is not magical elemental damage, it is physical damage. So none of it is going to get mitigated.
There we go.
Quick, Ornak, use Razor Leaf.
Yeah. Ornak, I
It's
figured
super
out its
effective.
moves. Yeah. I figured out its moves and I found a solution to battle. Use Razor Leaf.
3 rays. 1, 2, 3.
Quick, Ornak, use Razor Leaf on the sprinkler system.
4.
Like, wait a minute, that's not tournament legal.
It's not a turn. You.
That's level 3. It's level 4.
Okay, Pikachu, I need you to do a capoeira move in order to not only defend yourself from the attack, but also deal damage to your opponent.
Pika.
That's a real thing, by the way.
I believe it.
Okay, so we got enough d6 damage. Now all he has to do is roll to hit. So it's a grand total of 3, 4, 5, 6 attack. And he's got a +8 to attack. So
I believe in you, buddy.
it's a miss. That's a hit. That's a miss. Oh yeah, that's right. It still counts as triangle formation, so he's got advantage on every single roll. That's a second hit.
Oh, I forgot that with the bear. My
The
bee.
bear.
Oh, cool.
That's why I rolled 2 dice. I was like, what am I doing rolling 2 dice for? And then it was for the advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, and one of those
Oopsies.
hits is a critical.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, so 3 hits with the six leaves thrown. 2 of them are normal hits, and 1 of them is a critical hit. So we got. Okay. And this is the equivalent of 5. Alright, so 12, 24, 29 points of slashing damage.
Is it enough?
Yeah. Okay.
Raimi from the shadows casts vulnerability.
Damn, you could do that this whole time?
More vulnerability.
Alright.
Audience, at a sudden turn of events, actually uses Divine Allegiance to take the damage for the creature at a sudden turn.
No.
So I was just about to say I have a weird dilemma because I read what I wrote and it's 2d6 magical slashing damage for every single leaf. There's oh no, it's magical damage. He did 29 points of damage, which means it go down to 14.5, which means we round it to 15. Oh look, he's got 15 points. Never mind.
Let's go!
Just like a ninja throwing shurikens at the enemy, it embeds itself in its back, and there's a brief moment where you see it, and he falls to one knee, and you see the glow of a spell. The first time it was an ability, this time it is a spell. Before the combat started, he cast it on himself, Death Ward, and the Death Ward keeps him up.
No!
Luckily, he only has 1 hit point.
He
Yes,
does only have 1 hit point.
but it is his turn now.
The only one that matters is the last, though.
The only one that matters is the last
Oh
one.
god.
Quick, Fisher, bait him.
Right?
Bait him. Wait, see if he rolls a nat 1, so
Hey,
charmed.
try again.
Well, no, because audience, if he attacks Fisher or the bear, you get an opportunity attack.
I know. Which he actually hasn't seen yet. So I'm hoping he doesn't know.
No, you did it once.
Oh, I thought I did an opportunity attack for moving away.
No,
Well-
it was when he killed me.
Oh, right, when he killed you, yeah.
But anyway, I gave you the possibility to speak once again using a reaction, and you took it, so you wouldn't be able to attack now because you've lost your reaction.
Oh, right, true. That's true, I wouldn't. I'll use my reaction.
Okay. So. Great.
Does he roll a nat 1?
No.
Oh, okay.
So. Fortunately, no critical strike, but he did use. What is it called again? Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
So he has a plan. All right.
And Fisher, don't you wish you had an attack roll high enough to do Great Weapon Master freely without having to worry about a 20 plus armor class?
Yes.
Well, to be fair, I rolled really high on each one of those.
I did hit with Great Weapon Master just last turn. So
He did. With advantage.
But I also rolled an 18 and it was
Well, reliably
technically the
is
wrong
more what I'm
decision.
driving at.
yes, very much so.
Okay. So that is a 33 to hit Fisher,
Yeah. Okay.
and a 32 to hit. Well, let's see if how it does on Fisher.
Well, first wait. Audience, did you already make an attack?
He said
Yeah,
I used my reaction for the talk.
I gave him the chance to use his reaction to
Oh.
make a second
Okay.
speaking in the round. And
Yeah.
he told Ornak to
to
finish him.
Oganak.
He
Dang
did,
it, Jorg.
but he still had one last
What did I
contingency.
do?
You could have told Oganak to
Doesn't
finish him.
matter.
No, okay.
Oh.
Then I could have had my reaction. No, I'm kidding.
Should have just finished him with
I would have rolled a.
that.
Okay, so
I would have rolled a nat 20.
Damn.
I shouldn't have tested that. That was a mistake. I don't
Oh,
want to
yeah.
know.
It's always a mistake.
Wasted.
So
Now everybody
it's
knows.
hitting the Holy Avenger, which means that's
I just look at
and
Remy.
this,
I'm like, I would have killed him. Flame Jorg.
and this.
I mouth at him. No, okay.
It's like Remy's just like, yes, sir.
Okay. So let's start with Fisher. Once again, you get hit by this. Oh yeah.
He's already written the op-ed for the New York Post.
You re-roll ones and twos with Great Little Master. Here we go. Alright, so Fisher, you take... Oh yeah, that's right. And it's an additional 2d8 because he still... Yeah, he kept concentration. He still has the... where is it? Spirit Shroud
Spirit.
active.
Shroud. Oh no.
Yes.
I'm just remembering possibly another. I am any creature that takes this damage can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn.
For who?
Is the final part of Spirit Shroud.
Oh, that means Death Ward actually didn't work
No.
because
he-
it doesn't.
Well,
No,
I
the-
got
the-
hit with it.
Fisher
Oh,
got hit
you
with
got
Spirit
hit.
Shroud.
Oh, okay,
I'm still unconscious.
okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
So should we just say those 22 went to me? The 22 healing? If we're gonna
Okay. Did
In
you
fairness, this is the hard part about when a fight is split between 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
That
forget
is fair.
active spells.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
if we're gonna say Fisher's still down, then I guess we should also say I should get the healing so they weren't like wasted actions, because otherwise we'd have
No,
to go
no,
all
that's
the way
true. That's
back.
true. I'm just trying to remember. Fisher, did you actually hit him?
I did. I hit him for 22.
Okay. I mean, it's awkward because we would have probably done, because I wouldn't have used my reaction to tell or an act to try and finish him, because he would have been more. The whole thing's a little awkward.
The whole thing's a little awkward. I've just adjusted the hit point. You know, it's okay. It's okay. It's the blur of the moment. Weird stuff happens. It's still very cinematic.
Man, this is just the fight of me screwing myself over with remembering how the rules work.
All right. Well,
I mean,
Fisher,
technically, he could still hit you if he's trying to kill you, but
well, if you,
Also, I need to make a death save.
yes, that's what I was trying to say.
yeah. Okay, so 22.
Wait, so did my healing not work
I
on you, or?
succeed.
I'm
Right.
saying that you used it. I was gonna say
Okay.
you would have used it,
Yeah.
or the
Because
most other
the
person.
audience's healing didn't. He tried to
Well,
heal me.
that was
first.
still a bonus action.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's right.
so I would have known. not to
Ohunak
try.
Ohunak still had his bonus action, so you also take 4 hit points back because he still has the.
Okay, I take 4 hit points from him.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I also take 22. Okay,
Right. So Fisher,
we'll say
your death save
It was a 15. So
15. It's a success. Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so his attack could have came at you. Still, he doesn't have to switch his attacks. He could be trying to kill Fisher.
Stop it.
So what I'm hearing is that
Shut
you
up.
actually want me to kill Fisher.
No, I'm just saying
That's
you
what
don't
it
have to.
sounds like.
No, he can swing at me with both of the attacks if you want. That's fine.
Okay. Well, yeah. In that case, can you block a 33?
No, I can't. No, I would take. I'm just saying, like you were
Okay.
swinging at him.
Yeah.
So
So instead, he swings at you because he's on the ground and it's not.
Fisher's down.
Yeah. So you'll be able to get Fisher up next turn.
If I'm not down. Yeah.
You take 77 points of necrotic slashing.
I will not be. I will not be up. Is the answer.
So the blade goes right through you, and it goes completely.
I mean, I'm not dead on this attack, but I'll be dead because I know the other attack hits.
Okay.
I mean, you could just tell me the other hits damage. I'll tell you if I'm down. I'll just add it up. I'm not gonna take the 70.
Okay. Give me a moment. All right. Hold on. So that's for that. That's for that. That's for that. That's for that. And that's for that. All right. And those get reroll because that's his weapon. And Great Weapon Master gives you the ability to. Alright. Oh yeah, it's Great Weapon Master. It's not actually 34, it's 29 and 28.
Does not matter.
Yeah.
Does not matter.
I was
Still.
gonna say, to hit a 34 using Great Weapon Master.
Unless
would be-
Remy can like silvery. Oh no, he can't silvery barbs. The guy has the
Both.
anti-magic stuff.
I got. Oh wait.
You're
Sorry.
down.
I can't either.
Otherwise,
Yeah,
I would have been a lot more helpful during this fight,
Yeah.
besides dealing damage.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna be down. I think no matter what. I think min damage knocks me down, but we'll see. That you can do.
And plus, you take. Actually, that's really not a good combat round. It's 57 points of necrotic and slashing damage.
Does not matter. I told you, it does not matter. He did 134 hit points that round. I cannot survive 134 hit points.
Welcome to the party.
Alright, so both of you are down on the ground.
Yeah.
So can neither of you be healed?
I can't. Fisher can.
Fisher
I
will be
can now
able to
be
be healed because he
because
wasn't
Okay.
hit
it's
this
been his
turn.
turn, so
But
I can. now
audience
heal
will
again.
not.
No, audience will be
Oh.
down for at least one round.
Which means he still got his bonus action, and because of his channel divinity, every spell has been downgraded to bonus actions. So
That is true.
he will unleash a destructive wave, which will reach exactly Remy, because he's exactly 30 feet away.
Not in this case, actually. It's because now I am behind the tree. The wave is actually blocked by total cover.
Each creature succeed a Constitution saving throw.
Any spell is blocked by total cover unless otherwise
Unless
stated.
it is stated that it goes around corners, and this one does not state it. Alright, so Remy is the only one who doesn't actually get hit by this. But
Classic.
everyone else...
Oh boy.
It does get hit by this
So we get an
destructive
automatic. So we get an automatic failure.
Yep.
wave. Yes, it's a Constitution saving throw for Jorg, Arunak, and Companion.
Does a 16 pass?
I don't think you get my +3 while I'm down.
No,
No.
not
Nope.
while you're unconscious. You said you rolled a what? 16?
Thanks for nothing, audience. Yeah, 16.
No, that's not enough.
Yeah, it's kind of what I thought.
And it's not enough for Arunak. But... Annie seems to simply brush off the explosion. Not even reduce damage, simply brush it off.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Annie maybe can start trying a little bit if she wants. Just saying. No.
No, I got this. We got this. You don't trust us?
Listen, I didn't care when Fisher was down, but now that I'm down, Annie, I'm kidding.
Now that you're down, you're unconscious. You don't get to care.
Yeah, now you get. Now you just have to sit back and relax.
I'm very relaxed.
Mhm.
One death saving throw. Could die on a nat 1. Super relaxed.
Mhm.
Okay.
Can't heal.
Okay, so Jorg and Arunak both take, and technically audience and Fisher, because if you go to twice your hit points in the minus, you actually
Oh,
just
that is
die,
true.
period.
I should keep track of that.
It's in one hit though.
Mm.
Oh, it's in
Oh.
one hit.
Yeah,
Okay, so
it's
unless
just-
he does
yeah.
124. Okay.
Yeah.
So you take oh, why can I it's 31 points of thunder and necrotic damage.
31 points.
And you failed your save, Jorg, so you're prone.
Ow.
So
Why'd you
okay.
do that, Joe?
Yeah. My bear disappears in a. Oh, I guess I should actually roll for the bear.
Can he take?
Yeah, you don't need to
39 points?
auto.
I don't think he can take 31, but I think he can take
15, 16.
15.
16.
39 points of damage, I said.
39 might be
So that'd
So?
be 20.
Does he make it?
8 extra damage. Con plus 3. He got a 17, so probably not.
No, but that's starting to be a lot closer. He rolled
He
better
did.
than you.
Yeah.
That's kind of mean, but yeah, he rolled better than you.
Mhm, but it's true.
All right, so that's his turn. And because everyone's down, the bear is no longer there. Okay. he's going to... Well, he has a choice to make. He's considering Arnak or Remy. The one that can bring back people, or the one that can finish him off? Okay, 1, 2, he's gonna go for Arnak. 3, 4, he's gonna move toward Remy. 3, 4, he tries to... Alright. Remy, you see him move in your direction. You're not sure if he saw you, but he is, if he has seen you, he is 15 feet away from you and moving roughly in your direction, and you can just hear him say, "Come on, little black chicken, get out to play." And that's his turn.
He's fucked, man.
Okay. NPC. The destructive way push people away? No, just knock them prone. Okay. So, she knows a bit about what's going to happen in that case. You can't heal using Spirit Shroud, but I believe you can stabilize someone.
Yeah, I just can't regain hit points, but stabilizing doesn't regain hit points, so...
She knows that Arunak will be able to heal the group, because she's figured out that he is the healer of the group, because he's been healing. And she has kept track of you, Fisher. So, she's going to stabilize audience. So, audience is still unconscious, but safe for now. Which means...
We are stable.
Technically, we go back to the top of the initiative. With Fisher. Death save. Don't roll 1.
$14.
Good. Second save. So you are slowly stabilizing. Your body is managing to close the wounds, or at least stop the flow of blood to the worst of your wounds, and you're slowly stabilizing. Well, that means we go straight down to Remy. I think you're muted. Yes, you're muted.
Alright, so then... Raimi is going to... Well, do what he did before.
Just remember, if you miss, you might die.
No pressure.
Actually, maybe just for fun, he'll throw it up into the tree real quick, and then it'll angle itself back down toward him.
Okay. So, make your roll.
Make it look like it's coming from the trees. Not that that's how that works, but...
He's getting desperate. It's the first time that he might actually take that much damage. So, he's nervous.
27 to hit.
27 is enough.
It's 37 piercing.
Are you sure it's 37?
Yes.
Okay. you have that brief moment of, oh god, he's there! Fuck! Let's try to not make this obvious. You throw it up, knowing that it's gonna come back down, and I'm gonna let you describe how it comes back down, because he has exactly 37 hit points left.
All right, so he throws it up into the tree, just like knowing it's gonna come down. It's like, and maybe this kind of like aids in the surprise of how this works. It's like, Raimi just like, you know what? Fuck it, lean into it. As he maybe attracts the attention, makes his head turn. It's like, and it turns in exactly the wrong way as the dagger comes crashing down directly into the back of his skull.
Alright. So it comes back down, and just to put the emphasis on probably how Remy got scared with this, because if you'd done 1 hit point less, it wouldn't have actually put him down. So you see the dagger come back down and go in the back of his neck. He stumbles for a brief moment, but he doesn't quite fall to the ground. He makes one more move toward you. He raises his weapon, and you see him fall to one knee, and he tries to swing, but because his body relaxes, the swing strikes just a little in front of you. He has a 10-foot reach, so with just 5 feet, it's enough that you would have been able to hit. But because he's falling, you see the strike just go, and you see it pass in front of you, not even an eighth of an inch in front of your head, between your two eyes, and just going. Blade cool, blade cool.
Just takes the talons, so grips the blade, and just kind of slowly angles it down.
Just make sure. Just twist it. Make sure. That was the closest death you've ever seen since you've started this quest. Everything falls quiet. Arunak uses Aura of Vitality to just grant back Fisher 3 hit points, just enough to have him go.
Yeah.
Then you gotta wait 6 seconds, and then you can do it on audio.
Yeah, 5 hit points.
I can.
5 hit points go back into audience. You wake up with Arunak looking at both of you with one hand on Fisher as he's getting up, audience the other hand on you. As you're waking up, you see Remy from the corner of your eye just keep pushing the dagger inside of his neck, just twisting a little bit more, as if it was a screw. You know, once he twisted enough that his wrist can't go further, he just takes it back and twists it again. You do realize that you have a bandage on you, and it. Annie is also kneeling in front of you, so you have a feeling that she might have stabilized you, and Arunak has finished the job.
That was painful.
Maybe just kind of, while his talons are still on it, just kind of like takes the blade out the hand. Just make sure that Fisher has a very nice gift later. And or audience, depending on who can actually use it.
Well, as you take this unholy Avenger glaive, you do hear Annie. She turns toward you, Remy, and said, "You do realize that if you take his stuff, he's gonna start hunting you, right?"
We took him once.
Yeah, but you can't kill
No,
him.
thank you.
And this time he's gonna have time to prepare. Just saying.
But he won't have
Well,
his unholy avenger. To be
I was
fair.
to say, it's just like literally the hardest part about this combat was the fact that
Yeah.
he couldn't take
No,
any
without the
spells.
Avenger, honestly, I think we got
Yeah.
it.
We could just abandon this whole quest and just teleport back to the garden.
Not, we just like no.
Okay, fine. But hey,
audience coughing up blood. I'm fine. We're fine. Ugh!
It's just a
We
flesh
can-
wound.
It's just a flesh wound. We still got healing, right? I got potions. Where are my potions?
yeah, I got spell slots left.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Argonax-
Maybe at least make sure that Oranak finishes up with Aura Vitality before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
because
he's
that's
got
a lot.
another 4 rounds.
So
So
4 times 2d6.
Yep.
So 8d6.
Yeah, so because Fisher and Audience are the most injured, he's gonna concentrate the rest of that magic on them, which means Audience, it's going to be 15 points of healing, and Fisher 18 points of healing. Then that magic falls. So Algonak looks at all of you and says, "Well, I don't know how much use you can get out of me more than everything we just did. I can always completely use my lower spells to get you up, or I can use one of my last 2 use of Mass Cure. So that's really up to you."
Well,
I
it
do
depends how
have
hurt
one
the
last
rest of the
heal.
party. And it depends how hurt the rest of the party is. Are you hurt, Jordan?
I'm feeling it.
Yeah. Let's use the last use of cure. I think it's better just to like walk into the dragon's lair with at least some HP.
We'll look unfettered by his
Look like we're not literally crawling in
defend-
on. But we've used most since audience is still only at 20 hit points right now.
And he will use the little necklace you gave him because it gives him 3 additional casting of Cure Wound at first level.
Oh, nice.
Alright, so I'm going to start with Audience and Fisher because they're the lowest. So we get 12 and another 12 for Audience, and the last one's going to go to Fisher. It's going to be 13. So that's the necklace you gave him.
So wait, so I got 24, so 2 12s or
24,
1 12?
yeah, and 18.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the necklace. And now his own spell pool. So, Mass Cure, or does he completely wipe out all of his lower spells with Cure Wounds? Maybe another Aura of Vitality?
Oh,
Another Aura of
Wait.
Vitality.
Yeah,
to take care of all that.
I
Yeah,
think
Aura Vitality would
Vitality is
easily be the
better.
best decision.
Aura of
Yeah.
Vitality definitely is the most.
Okay.
It's just an obnoxious.
Because it's
amount
20d6 over the course of a minute. So like,
Yeah, it's 20d6, so he rolls 20d6. Of healing.
Okay, so... 1... that's... Okay, so we got... on. I know it's there. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, that was an 11. I'm just counting the whole thing. That's not a good one. That's 5. That's 6. Oops. Drop the dice. Oh, that's an interesting one. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I just need to roll 2 more. Where is it? Here we go. And 6. Where is it? 6. Here we go. Oh no, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, no. 9 and 10. Here we go. Alright, so audience, 9 points of healing. Fisher, we're gonna go with 10 points of healing. That's 2 heal used on you. Audience, 11. Fisher, 12. How are you right now?
I'm at 64.
68.
Okay, so we can add a 6 for audience and a 5 for Fisher. Jorg, what are you at for hit point?
I'm at 46.
Okay, so we're gonna go with 9 for you, 9 and 8 for you. And who wants the last one? It's the last 2d6.
Give it to Jorg.
Jorg?
Give it to Jorg.
All right.
Yeah.
Another
I'll
8
take
points
it.
of healing. So that's his last 3rd level spell and Aura of Vitality. He could always upcast it, use a higher level spell, but do you feel confident going inside of the lair like this, or do you want him to use a level 4 spell and recast Aura of Vitality?
How many does he would that be his last? What does he have left? He still has the one.
He's got 4 level 1 spell slot, 2 level 2 spell slot, 3 level 4 spell slot, 1 level 5, and 1 level 6.
Oh, well, we might as well. I mean, I have some healing too.
Short
I have like.
rest.
Yeah, George
could
could
also short
use
rest.
use spell slot. You know, I think you have Aura of Vitality too, unless you didn't take it.
I
I
think we
do
should
have
just
Aura of Vitality.
We should short rest. Let's short rest. We have 30 minutes.
Okay.
20 minutes. That's not too much time. Let's short
I'm
rest.
gonna use a healer's kit so I can use hit dice.
You got time to jerk off.
No.
Do you have multiple uses of the healer's kit, or?
It's got 10 uses. I think I've got. If you want one, yeah, I can give you one.
Okay.
In that
don't have
case, you're going to benefit
I don't know
from
if I-
Annie's tender touch and complete success for the uses of your healer's kit. She rolled a natural 20 and then an 18. That's the dice itself. That's not counting her
so
own
we
bonus.
can use our hit die.
And one for Jorg also? Or Jorg, are you okay with this?
I don't have a healing kit.
No, but Jorg, Fisher
Oh.
has 10 use.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take one.
Okay,
Alright.
then
Thank you.
also a natural 20 for her. So she's very tender with Jorg and audience. Fisher, she's just slightly more abrupt. It's not a natural 20, but it's still an 18. So
Fisher noticing that she stabilized audience gentle. I don't, he started to be like, does she have something against me?
The anatomy's different. It's a lot of metal, and I get it.
Yeah.
And also, Fisher is probably the one that knows best offensive arcane magic, so, he understands the physics of...
I haven't rolled...
Good lord, what happened?
I don't know.
What did happen?
I don't know. Remy's camera just went off.
My Wi-Fi connection hiccuped.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
It reshuffled the cameras.
It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad on the stream.
No. It's just that now Jorg is in the Remy's seat. You are in Jorg's seat.
Yeah. Sam, look at the name tag.
Okay, hold on.
The name tags. Oh, yeah.
Okay, everything.
I'm still in the right spot.
Yeah, Fisher's in the right spot.
Come on, guys.
I'm trying to figure out my fucking hit die. I haven't done this in so long.
In a short rest, you can use up to half of your total hit dice.
Yes, I have. There you go.
Okay.
I found it. One.
All right. So you take a little bit of time to rest up. The last bits of light outside fades away. And before you have to go back to enter the lair of this beast, you will have to make one roll for fatigue. Because I did tell you were on the cusp of having to make another roll. So taking a short rest makes you do another Constitution save for fatigue. And especially Fisher in audience, because you went down in fight. That's hard for the body.
Gain 32
That is a
plus 10.
nat 20.
The adrenaline keeps you awake. Or whatever passes for adrenaline in your body.
I think it's still adrenaline.
Mm.
Okay.
Well, it's a hormone.
Yeah.
Well, it's a con save, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jorg as well. Jorg and Remy.
I got an 18.
You saved. That's good.
16.
Oh.
That should still be fine.
Yeah. Because it's the second save. All right. Go.
23.
Yeah.
All right. You're starting to feel it. You're starting to feel the fatigue, but that fight just pumped so much adrenaline into you that it keeps you awake for this.
Fisher,
All right.
how much health do you need after your short rest, by the way? Did you get to full or no?
I got to full.
Okay. Jorg, are you at full?
I am at almost. I'm 10
How much?
short. So
You're 10 short? Okay, I'm going to use 22 of my lay on hands. Me 10 just to full.
whoa, thank you.
Okay.
Alright. We're healed up.
And 4. All right. And Owenek used a few hit dice also. Just to make sure that he's fully awake. All right. So
We are taking the unholy adventure, by the way.
That's okay. That's okay. She just warned you. She's not preventing you from taking it. She just warned you that if you take his stuff, he's gonna start hunting you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna lean over him and be like, "I shall purify your blade, and if you come for it, perhaps I will have the chance to purify you."
How does he come back?
It's not.
Because I got a big sword.
You're saying we chop him into pieces, and that might lengthen the time.
Do a
So
situation. I'm just gonna...
Judging from this,
Spread
I
it out.
think-
Is it from the largest piece kind of a thing? Is it
No,
everything needs to
it's
come-
a heavenly punishment. So he might simply just reform.
Okay.
It's a
So
god
he
decided
probably
to.
won't need his body.
No,
to-
even if you
Okay.
destroy it
No.
completely, he's gonna reform some way, somehow, somewhere.
Unless we can destroy his like soul, like his essence, or even like
or redeem it.
or redeem it.
No.
2 left.
Remy, he completely.
I wonder if his internet's having trouble. Might have
Yeah,
died.
yeah, yeah. Well, we're about
Yeah,
to
he just
go
went
on.
offline.
Yeah,
Yeah, he just went offline.
we're about to go on a break anyway. And
Oh.
Okay.
I think George, you
George.
wanted to leave at the break.
Yeah, I'm gonna go make s'mores. I think they're already out there.
It's okay. I'm gonna need a few minutes to resize all of the all of the cameras.
Yeah.
Are you
It's
bringing
less
me?
convenient now?
Are you bringing me a s'more, Avery? You gonna drive
Oh,
all the
yeah.
way out here to bring me a
I will
thanks,
drive
man.
all the way out there. Yeah, no problem. Always for you.
Thank you.
All right. We're gonna put a little bit of a rain in the background, and we'll be back in 15 minutes. Aha!
Okay. Andre, before you leave for the break, I do want to, or either after the stream before the break, I want to go over tickets with you before the comes out. At some point, before you go to bed
Okay,
tonight.
here we go.
Mhm.
All right.
I mean, I'm good.
Break. See you.
Well, yeah,
Bye.
just the
Hello, and welcome back to Drakenmemoria. Now, as you might have guessed, since would like, it appears that I'm alone. No, it is not because we lost connection. It is not because the other players went back home and left me alone to finish the episode. It is because there's a problem with the second part of the episode. And unfortunately, it's a problem that I realized was there only while I was listening to the rebroadcast on Friday. Actually, toward the end, I realized that I turned off the sound. So, because it's a rebroadcast, I often turn off the sound and simply react if someone writes something in the chat. When I turned on the sound, I realized that we couldn't hear the players. So what happened is something very simple, something that could have been avoided. You're aware that because of Skype closing down, we've had to switch to Discord. And because of that, there are a few camera and sound elements which still has a few surprises apparently for us in store. But this was unfortunately a moment where a surprise happened at a very bad moment. But it happened, and because of that, we can't use most of the audio of the second part. Not because there's something that's not supposed to be there, just because it's not there. So, instead of having the actual group doing what they do and finishing that little quest that they were on, you get me. You know, because no one said anything. Really, you should say something in the chat when you hear there's a problem. I can see in the statistic that some of you actually logged on while this problem was happening and no one said anything. Could have been solved, funny enough, in a turn. It was a very easy problem to solve, and hopefully it will be solved for the future. So, now what do we do about what's missing? Well, if you don't care all too much, you'll have the summarization next episode, and that'll be enough for you. If not, well, then you have me right now, who's going to do his best to summarize what happened. So, if you're one of our die-hard fan, I know we don't have too many of them, so why not stay a little bit more and you'll hear what happened. So, when we came back, the fight with the nature fallen paladin was over, and our party decided to take a short rest to heal up a little bit, but didn't want to wait too long. They certainly didn't want to fall asleep, accumulate too much fatigue, so after a 20-minute break, because it's one of our rule here, unless stated otherwise in the player manual, or in the rule in general, a short break, you get the benefit of a short break after 20 minutes. But if it's stated otherwise, like the monk meditation, which is 30 minutes, well then your short break needs to last at least 30 minutes. So after a short break of 20 minutes, the party started to move inside of the mountain, inside of the cave. Long hallway, making everyone a little bit uneasy, was traveled, and after a little bit of time, and of course a few attempts by the dragon to telepathically tilt. Wow. Yeah, as you can guess, I'm recording this very late after all of this has been, I've realized all of this, so sorry for worse pronunciation than usual. So, after a few attempts by the green dragon to telepathically divide more the party, they entered the room where he was, and he greeted them. Initially, very calm, very sure of what was going to happen. The party let audience go first and do his best to interact with the dragon. He confronted the dragon as it was asked about why he was stealing the gifts Exanihad had been receiving. He avoided answering everything, trying to instead point to the fact that he wasn't intentionally stealing it. Well, no, not pointing to the fact, but implying that he couldn't be held responsible for the actions of his minions. And so, implying that it wasn't his fault. After a little bit more conversation, audience managed to find something that resonated with the dragon. And after a pretty good roll, 23 if I remember, for persuasion, he managed to start getting under the skin of the dragon, slowly forcing him to push more and lose patience a little bit. When the audience started to try and strike too broadly, Annie tried to get him to focus again. either force him to admit that he's been stealing, or provoke him enough that he'll feel he needs to lash out. Now, of course, that made the audience a little uncomfortable because, yeah, the sweet spot is make him react, but if you push just a little too much, then he attacks. And in the state they were, with diminished resources, even though they were fully healed, they wouldn't have been able to last more than 1 or 2 rounds in combat before their resources would have started experiencing severe lacks. So, good roll. Allowed him to continue, underlining a different variety of problems in what he was saying, avoiding the traps that the dragon was setting. The dragon did try once again to create a wedge between audience and his party member, trying to insinuate that audience thought he was better than his companions, and on the reverse, that his companions were lesser than him. Fortunately, reaction from Fisher and audience sort of pushed everything back into perspective and did not take the way that the dragon wanted to. Conversation kept on going, and eventually Sam, playing audience, managed to push another element which really got under the skin of the dragon. And that is when everything started to fall apart. The dragon started to get more and more angry, to try and push forward intimidation, to make the party feel like they didn't have any choice. They're just not strong enough to oppose him. But they managed to keep on antagonizing him. Audience feeling that at this point he didn't have any choice. It was either all in or out, because he had committed so much to the effort that if he backed down now, he would solidify the impression of the dragon that this party was not strong enough. And so, by doing so, prompt the dragon to attack and most likely kill everyone in the party. So he did what audience do best, and that is go overboard and push the dragon into attacking. He didn't manage to force him to admit that he was stealing, but he did manage to provoke an attack, and that is when Annie was able to react. And it is at this moment that the party realized that Annie was part of Ixaniad, just like the name suggests. Annie was part of Ixaniad. She was her own self, but also something that the Silver Dragon could express himself through. A bit like some familiars. I think it's with the priest of trickery, domain of trickery. Can actually cast spell. Well, this was a bit more elaborate because she expressed herself fully and just materialized inside a room, replacing Annie. And she was able to force the dragon into accepting rules that had been placed. And for the party, this was the first time that they were hearing about those rules. Apparently, Zalta, the sacred dragon, had forced rules of conduct amongst dragon a long time ago. One of which was dragons shall not war against themselves. The Green Dragon was not completely convinced. He still felt like he had the superior position, all of them being in his lair and already being tired from a hard fight before. But that is when Ixanihad suggested to audience that he tell the Green Dragon about the favor that Azalta owed them, so that he could actually call Azalta. Reluctantly, audience mentioned it because he didn't want to use this favor. It is a pretty important favor that might be very useful later on, especially since there are impressive fights in the future. So he used it as a deterrent, confirming that he actually does have the ability to call Azalta. And he was convincing enough. If I remember correctly, it was a 24 or 25 that he rolled. And the dragon rolled a natural 1 to figure out if he was bluffing or not. So he was completely oblivious to whether it was a lie or not. And that is how our party was able to force our green dragon to accept defeat at the hand of a silver dragon and a group of adventurers, forcing him to swear that he wouldn't take the spoils, well, not the spoils, the gifts that another silver dragon was sending in Zanihad. So our party was able to leave, having come very close to dying. Because, as I mentioned, if at any moment any rolls, audience had rolled lower than 21, things would have quickly escalated in a really bad way. So with luck, with skill, I do mean roleplay skill, and good proficiency, the party was able to succeed and leave this cave. They went back to Ixanihad's lair. She thanked audience. Audience managed to receive the favor of the dragon. Was told that if he needs her help, as long as he is inside of the island chain where she is, all he needs to do is call out her name and she will come. Of course, it might not be immediate, but still. They were also given a few moments to ask questions, which the party decided to ask questions a bit about Annie, because they still wanted to know how it makes sense, everything that happened, and this is when they learned the full story of it. That a little while ago, dragon perspective in time, of course, Ixanihad was injured during one of her quests for where she would build her lair. And the injury was severe enough that her life was in danger, but she could save her life by sacrificing something inside of her. She decided to amputate, if you will, this part, but not to sacrifice it. Instead, she gave it life, gave it a soul of its own, which became Annie. Annie possesses many of the magical abilities that Silver Dragon usually have, including the ability to polymorph. Or rather, the entire element of Annie being able to become Exanihad is part of the polymorph process, because that's one of the things that Exanihad had to sacrifice in order to survive. But she also has many of the magical abilities that Silver Dragon have, and also a few that Dragon used to pick up. Sorry. Dragon used to pick up in past edition, because if you've been watching this story unfold for long enough, you'll know that I also take from previous edition, especially for the lore. A few mechanics sometimes, but specifically the lore. And so, this is the relationship between Exanihad and Annie. Annie is her own entity, but just like a familiar, Exanihad can experience life through her eyes. Her eyes, ears, her senses, replacing what she has lost in the ability to polymorph. So with that, the party made one final request of the dragon to be able to rest at the monastery below, have a good meal, and this is what they did. And they all simply went there, ate, fell asleep, and that is everything you missed. Next episode, audience, Sam, playing audience, mentioned that he wasn't going to be able to be there. He was going to try, and if he was going to be able to be there, it would only be for part of the episode, and it would only be audio. But let's make sure and say that he's not going to be there. And that's it. You're all completely caught up. Yes, I know, it is not the most riveting tale. I am not that good of an improvised... well, I was going to say improvised narrator, but that's not true. Everything I just did was, right now, was improvised, and I didn't have any script. What I mean is, I don't have the eloquence of some. Don't necessarily have the right word mastery or the ability to improvise emotional expression in a setting like this. I can in roleplay, but not just to explain something. But yeah, at least now you're caught up. Sorry again for the missing audio part. And, well, hope to see you next episode. As always, see you next week. Stay safe and stay healthy. Good night.